How are you? It's another wonderful time that we are privileged to get this opportunity to try again, to keep grinding, to keep going ahead, because we cannot wait for others. The journey is started, and it's only those that are there, those who are in the journey, that will be able to reach the destination. Simple and clear. The message is home. The writings are on the wall. People are booking their flights. People are booking their tickets. Those who can afford the planes, they're paying for the air ticket. Those who cannot afford the plane, they're paying, or they want to have a bit more fun, they're going through the sea. And for those that want to adventure more, they're going by road. It is a decision. It's a choice that you make. You decide whatever that you want to do with your life. It's upon you. It's not that anyone else is responsible. The responsibility rests with you. The decision that you make today is the one that will guarantee you either a future that is brilliant, that is fine, that is the future that you will enjoy, or better still, the decisions that you take today will make you to be that regrettable person, that depressed person that you never come across. And that is what life is. There's no other way. Yes. So it's good to tell yourself the truth. Let's not lie to ourselves. Let's not cheat ourselves. It is just as plain as it is, just like night and day. They're inseparable. Yes, there's light, but when you see darkness, you are in total darkness. Then you have to seek for clarity. You have to seek for the light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, you've been down there in your darkest moments where no one comes for you. No one even wants to know how is it, what is it that is happening. And then you want to give up on yourself, and you want to tell yourself it's over. No, it's not over. You want to tell yourself that it can't work. It can work. It's only about you reclaiming your power back. It's about your positive mindset, how you start to realign again. Think of it that it is a new start. It's a new beginning. And new beginnings take courage. Not everyone is willing to start again. Not everyone is willing to forgive himself again. Not everyone is willing to forget the past. It continues haunting them. And that is why they do not achieve. That is why they don't excel. That is why they remain at the same spot, always trying to feel, trying to shift blame, to point fingers, to take excuses. And with that, time goes, it doesn't wait for any man. It is a resource that we waste. A lot of people, a lot of us, majority of us don't get that recognition. We don't recognize the fact that, we have the power to forgive ourselves. We have the power to move again. We have the power to start again. We have the power to rise from our ashes again, to believe again, to walk again. And you know what? We can still reach our dreams. We can still reach our goals. We can still reach our destination, because why? We have chosen that we have to reclaim our power back. I'm giving you an example of, look, take it this way. You have opportunities. You are glad that you have a phone. You are glad that you're privileged that you have internet at your disposal. But think of it this way. What about that person that doesn't have internet? That person who doesn't have a smartphone? That person who doesn't have access? What is it? How picture that. Picture that now that they're like 3 steps backward, and you have every access, you have every reason, and you still are complaining, and you're still looking for excuses, and you're still procrastinating, and you want things to normalize. You say, okay, when I get the best equipment, that is when I'll start. When I know I move from this city to another city, that is when I can try it. When this doesn't work, when I'm fired, then I can think about that. No, you have to have a plan B, a fallback plan in advance. Yes, you have. You never know what tomorrow will bring. There are people who have been fired. Yes, there are the people whose contracts have been terminated prematurely. And yet they thought that it will continue, maybe for a duration of time. But circumstances happen. Things happen in between there, and it forces some critical decisions that have to be made. And that is it. You can't cry. You can't it is just like that. It is over. It's been terminated. Then you have to look for somewhere else. And that is what we forget. We forget that this is somebody's dream when he chooses to do whatever. He chooses to sell the company. That is his own choice, because it is his. It is him who has created it. It is his idea. If he thinks of closing up and starting another one, it is his own discretion. If he chooses to fire you and employ another one who is more intelligent, who is more, he has the capacity to transform the company to the heights that they are aiming at, then you will be sacrificed. Why? Because you are not ready. You are not leveraging up. You are not giving results. The same applies in life. These chances, these opportunities present themselves to you on a daily basis. They beckon you. They cry out loud. They ask you. They plead with you. Please, just release me to work magic for you. You can imagine that idea that you hold inside of you. You've been always procrastinating. You can imagine that the brilliant talent that you always hide away. Maybe you're good at singing, you're good at playing an instrument, but you're always scared. You're always scared of criticism. You're always scared of what people will say. What do they speak about me? But the bottom line is, it's about you. No one else is coming to rescue you. No one else is coming to hear this cry. It is a battle cry, a cry that you yourself know too well, that I've suffered enough, but this is the only way that I can make a breakthrough. The only way that I can be able to reach my destination, the only way that I can be able to accomplish my dream and make it a reality, it calls for you to sacrifice, to choose wisely. Yes, you have to choose wisely. You have to choose when to exit the stage. The best of dancers, they know what exact time to exit the stage. Many at times we are being used like those dancers who have never they've never come of age. We are being used like dancers who grace their curtain raises, that we come on the stage just to make sure that we brush the dust, we clear the dust before the main event. That time is over. You have grown. Think of it this way: you've learned, you've mastered a lot. There's a lot you are capable of just going alone. You are capable. You're no longer. It's like when you reach a certain age, and then you're left alone. But you see how if you look at nature, sometimes it's unforgiving. But for us, we are privileged. Your mother takes care of you. There are guys who are 35 years old, but they still go to their mother and they tell their mother, you know what, mom, I needed ABCD, and they're being supported by their parents. And they are 35 years old, you can imagine. And picture this. An antelope is born, and within just like minutes, it has to make sure it stands out, it stands up. It has to be strong. That is how it is. Otherwise, then the eventualities might happen. Anything is bound to happen anytime. And that is how ready you should be. You have to always have a plan B. A plan B is either, like you see, the baboons. Yeah, the baboons, they carry their young ones. They don't cut the young ones. The young ones know too well that it is dangerous. I have to hold on. I have to hold on tight, because sometimes we have to make these deadly jumps, daring jumps in the bushes, in the forest. Yes, and we know that their enemies are all over us. So what do? You have to master the game, and you being alive, having gone through whatever that you've gone through, it has hurt you, it has pained you, it has challenged you to the point, to the brink of you giving up on yourself, but you stood that. You encountered that, you won. You fought these battles and you're still alive. You've been bruised. You've been tormented. There are times that you've gone hungry. There are times that you thought that, okay, I will never afford this, but it went, it passed. You are alive now. You have a chance to make it right again. You have a chance to rise again. You have a chance to make it happen, because the champion lies in you. That is who you are. I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Always believe, trust the process. There's nothing more. It's about the discipline of the mindset, the consistency that you take the matter with, and everything else will be added unto you. They say, knock and it shall be opened. Ask and you shall be gotten. So gather as much as information as possible, according to whatever that you want to encounter. Gather as much information as possible. Critique that information. Then from that information, you make your own personal philosophy, which becomes now your pillar. It becomes the foundation. It becomes the bridge that sets you to those places that they always thought that you'll never advance to. And that is what makes you reach your destination, because that is who you are. I love you guys. Take care of yourself. And if you've been watching me, if you have not been following me, you're missing out on something very critical. And if you have been with me, if you have watched this video towards the end, you're in for something, a surprise. I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Bye for now. I love you. Blessed. Bye-bye.